Okay. Well, it's a small group today. If I go through something too fast, tell me to stop, slow down. We're going to go over home pages, and then for module 5, and then pages and assignments for module 6. Are you traveling, Miss Pate?
Yes, I'm traveling. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Taking us on a field trip.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So by now you should have created your own course in Canvas, and you have actually, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Do y'all see my Canvas course?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm sharing the right screen this time. I shared the wrong screen earlier this morning. Okay. So when you log into your Canvas Sandbox course, it should pop to here. This is your landing page. It's going to go straight to modules. We're going to work on creating a home page so that you don't go straight into modules. You want something that maybe shows your personality, maybe kind of sets the mood of the class, or create a focus. Something that maybe kind of energizes your students up, gets them ready for the class. And to create a home page, well, let me show you some examples before I do that. Home pages can look different. Well, at least look at this is our home page for the summer learning class. She has Lindsay created this one. The title of the course is at the top. You could call that a banner. And then she has buttons for each module. So when you click on them, you go straight to that module. And I love that she put in the Google Meet link to join the office hours. So you can keep it simple, or you can add more information than even that. I'm going to go to the presentation that's actually in our Canvas course so that you can see some examples of others. And again, if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat or yell out, stop, wait, hold on a minute. What are you talking about? Okay, so this is a small little group, so we can go as fast or as slow as we need to. And we may spend more time on home pages, the first module 5, than we do with module 6, because a lot of what I show you in module 5 actually works for module 6 as well. Okay, so this is the presentation that is actually in our Canvas course. The next couple of slides I want to show you are some examples. And this is kind of some of the things that you may see on home pages. And again, it's all up to you and your preference. You may have your contact information, banners with your title of your classes, buttons with links. Some people want a schedule or dates. And if you love Bitmoji like we do, you can see our Bitmoji is everywhere. You can actually create a classroom with buttons. I'm going to show you one also where a teacher made a video. These, I don't know how well you can see these, but you can kind of get the gist. Each one of these have a header or a banner at the top of the page that tells you what the course is about. And then underneath it, they have a welcome message. In your welcome message, you can introduce yourself. You can talk about the class, give instructions. It could be whatever it is you want it to be. These are buttons that this teacher chose, and they link to different things. It's hard to read, some of them. Centers, specials, whatnot. Same thing here, your banner, and then here's some navigation tip, buttons that link within the course. And it can even link to outside websites if needed. More buttons and banner. Here's another one that's a little bit different. It has the week at a glance. So it has a schedule. And this one has the banner and buttons, but then it also has a table with dates in it. So they can look all sorts of different ways. Here's some with the Bitmoji. They create their Bitmoji in Google Slides, and I'll give y'all some resources for that if you decide you would like to create a Bitmoji classroom. But this person used the Bitmoji as their banner and then added in their welcome message. And then links to different places within their Canvas course there. This one's pretty simple. You have your banner and then a few buttons and contact information. More examples of the same with banners, buttons, and whatnot. You can see how everybody you can see each teacher's personality with how they set theirs up. This would be more to me of a secondary or high school class. I want to show you too, here is a weekly focus. This is actually a template that you can use, and let me skip down to these, but I'll show you how to get to the template in just a second. I love this one. This is a homepage where the teacher actually uses a video, and this links to her actual homepage in Canvas. But she has gone in and embed a Google slide deck, so you can see that. It's going to automatically go. She has linked a class schedule. And then here is her video that she made.
Hi, kindergartners. My name is Mrs. Larson, and I'm excited to be your teacher this year. We're going to be learning so much information in the classroom. Before you know it, you'll look.
Okay, I'm going to stop. You get the gist. I mean, how awesome would that be, especially if we have to do more digital learning? We don't know what our year is going to be. Kids want to see their teachers. And so, especially if they choose, parents decide to keep their kids at home, these videos would be awesome. And then she has more buttons on her homepage. So that's an awesome homepage there. Let me go back. I made the templates. There are several different templates that you can use. And I'm not going to get too in depth in this. You can go back and look at this later if you decide you want. That's not what I needed. There we go. If you want to use one of these templates, it's super easy to do, and it will go. You can embed it right into your Canvas course. And why is mine? I'm not logged in. Sorry, technical difficulties here. It still didn't log me in. But here are a few different templates that you could actually go to. If you decide, oh, I really like this, you don't want to recreate the wheel, then you would import it. And for some reason, I'm not logged in when I clicked on there, but normally it would say import it to your classroom. If you click on it, it would have you log in. And you choose the class that you want to put it into, and it goes right into your class in Canvas. In fact, I suggest if you have a blank and you need some help and we go to the Canvas Commons a lot, and I'll show you how to get to that in just a second. But even for content, the Canvas Commons has tons of information. But you would just click import and then choose your class that you want to add it into. So just wanted you to know that is there so that you can go back and look at some of the templates. Move back up. Your Bitmoji classroom, like I said, can be your homepage, and it is created in Google Slides, and then we just embed it into Canvas. So that is a quick overview. Oh, before I do anything else, let me go further. In this presentation, I do have resources for you. On the left side are different things that you can use for the Bitmoji classroom. I actually got this from the Canvas plus Bitmoji Madness equals happiness Facebook page. Lindsay, you want to put that in? Did you still have that link? You want to put that in the chat? If you love Bitmoji, I definitely recommend that you go and join that group. The folder that I got from this group, they shared, has all of the accessories. They have backgrounds and desks and more things that you can even think of, couches and rugs and all sorts of things to create your Bitmoji classroom. And that's a whole nother lesson on its own. But if you're interested in playing with that, there's some resources there. The things that I'm going to use today to show you how to start your own homepage, here are some of the resources. I'm going to be using Google Drawings, and here is actually a template that you can use that has a banner and a button. I love Adobe Spark and Canva. I am actually going to log into Canva today. Then Pixabay, OpenClipArt, and Icons 8 are 3 places that you can go, and you don't have to worry about copyright or anything like that because they are for educational use. And then Texturaf is a fun little website that you can go to create buttons and even text, and I'll show you that one in just a minute. Okay. Any questions so far? Is everybody good? Yes? No? I'm going to go into my Canvas course. And feel free to watch. If you want to go along with this, you can do that too.
This
And
sounds
my
like
Canvas,
a Spanish class to me.
say that again?
Woo, over my head.
Well,
Foreign language.
foreign language, you can make it as simple as you want it. You don't have to do all of the bells and whistles. Yeah, so I want to say that now. You definitely don't have to, if you don't want to create a Bitmoji classroom, you don't have to. You just make it how you want it to be. And we are recording this video and we're going to put it on there. And then our Canvas course will be available all year long for y'all to refer back to as well. And of course, you can call me or call Lindsay, email us. We can hang out with you or meet with you on Google Meets and walk you through anything you need us to. All right, so I'm in my sandbox course, and in our last modules, we created a module, and then we created a page, assignment, discussion, and quiz shell. Today, we're going to, we're going to actually fill in the page and assignments later, but first we're going to create our homepage. To create a homepage, I'm going to click on Pages in my navigation bar on the left, and every page that I already have in my course is going to be listed here. Okay, you may only have your page shell at this time, and that's okay. So we're going to create a new one. We're going to go up to the right-hand side and click plus page to create a new page. All right, so this is our content-rich editor, and it works. You use it just like you would like Google Docs or Google Slides. I really like this feature down here on the bottom right where these sets of dots are. Grab it and pull it down, and it opens up your workspace a little bit more. First thing we need to do is put in a title. I'm going to name mine Welcome. I'm going to keep mine pretty simple. I'm going to add a banner, a little short welcome message, and then I want to add some buttons, and I want to show you how to link those buttons. So that's what I'm going to add today. So again, yours can be whatever you want it to be. I've gone in and created me a banner already. I went to Canva, and this is in that list. Don't confuse it with Canvas, but Canva. If you've never used Canva, it is an awesome, awesome graphic design website. It's free. There is a paid version, but the free is fantastic. And I actually, over the summer, went on ahead and paid for the extra because I loved it so much. But you just create your account, use your school Google, and it'll ask you your occupation and put in teacher. I even had students last year when I was in the library create a student account with Canva, and we linked and she shared to these a couple little girls shared things with me. The Canva is pretty awesome. And that's a whole, again, another thing on its own. But once you get in, there's lots of templates here. So I'm just going to type in banner because I don't want to have to figure out my sizes or anything like that. So there's lots of different templates that you can choose from. And all of these are editable. If you don't like the colors, you can change the colors. You can change the image in there. It's all pretty easy to do. So you find the one you want, you click on it, and you can go in and change whatever it is you want to change. But let's say, I'm going to say, type in my name. I can type. And then maybe I want to add in my email address. Add your phone number. You can put whatever you want. If you want icons on there, there's all kinds of things on the left where you can go through and change. So again, excuse me. For today, I'm going to just keep it simple. You could fall in some rabbit holes in all of this that we're doing today and spend tons and tons of time. All right, so this is my banner that I want. I'm going to download it. And I'm going to leave it as a PNG. I've made one banner, so I'm going to label this one number 2. Okay, so I know I've downloaded my banner. I'm going to go back to my Sandbox course now. And I'm going to show you another place where you can get some graphics as well. I'm looking at this toolbar across the top, and I'm going to look for the icon that looks like a picture, like an image. And if you hover over the top, you'll see that. Everybody see where that image is? I'm going to click the down arrow, the menu, and you have 3 choices here. The one I want right now is upload image. I downloaded this, so I'm going to be getting it from my computer. But Unsplash is a fantastic site. And again, it's also for educational use. There's no copyright infringement. But you go in and you can type in if you want to look for books or whatever, and it's going to have images. The main difference to me is these are not customizable like the one where I put my name on it. So, but if you just want an image, you can pick one of these, click on it, submit, and it's going to set it in your course. And I'm going to go to my banner that I just made and submit. Internet's being kind of slow today. And you can change your size. You can customize it, make it bigger, make it smaller, however you want. I want this to be in the center of my page. So that is a little quick, easy banner. Next thing I need to do is my welcome message. So welcome to our Canvas course. And you could say whatever it is you want to say about your course. If you're specialized, you talk about that. If you're using this for PD with your teachers, you could put whatever it is you want to in there. I'll make that a heading. I'm just changing some kind of formatting my text at the top up here. I'm going to change my color. Let's do that color. And I want it centered. Okay. A little welcome message. You can do blah, 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 blah. Add whatever else you want. The next thing I want to add is some buttons. So I'm going to type in, please click on a button below to access this week's activities. Okay, so again, make it a little bit bigger, maybe 18. And I want to, let's make this red and center. Is everybody with me so far? Good? Okay. So a little bit of text. I have my banner done. I want to add a button because I want to link my modules to it. So I'm going to Google. I'm creating my buttons from scratch, and you can actually do any image that you want. You can choose any resource that you want and add a button in there. But I want mine to kind of look like a little button, and I'm going to use my Bitmoji for my buttons. So I'm in Google Draw, and this is within our Google products. So you can go to your Google Drive and search, like do new drawing, or you can just go to the Google Omnibox and type in Google Drawing, and this will come up. So I need my button shape first. I'm going to use this rounded rectangle. So there's my button. And you do want to make sure that when you finish creating your button or whatever it is you're creating, that you bring in where it surrounds only your image. Because if you leave it like this and then you upload it, it's going to have all of this extra space. So I'm going to grab this and pull it in as far as I can. Okay, so there's my button. And I can format my button from here. I'm going to change my color. Let's do this pretty blue. Okay, so I have my blue, and I can insert images from here. If you have something on your computer, if you want to do your face, a picture of you for your Google Meet, you could do that. You can add in images, anything that you have on your computer. You can add, even then search them from Google. Excuse me. You can use word art. But I'm going to show you Bitmoji. If you have a Bitmoji like on your phone, we suggest that you go to the Google, and you don't have it in do not have the extension. Go to the Google Web Store and get the Google extension. If you're not sure how to do that, we can help you with that later. And if for some reason you can't, then let us know, and we'll talk to Scott about getting it on there. Because I think in our last session, we had someone who couldn't access it at all. But I have gone to the web store, and I have downloaded or added the Bitmoji extension to my Chrome browser. And then you log in to your Bitmoji, but you have to use an email. You can't use Snapchat because Snapchat is going to be blocked. A couple of things. One is some of the Bitmoji are inappropriate for school. So you want to make sure that when you do your searching that you don't add in a Bitmoji that is doing something inappropriate. Teachers are the only ones that will have access to Bitmojis. But let's say you don't want any words and you want just a pose. You could type in pose and it'll pull up just your Bitmoji without any wording. You can also search by clicking these guys at the bottom. What I want to do though, and this is something Lindsay showed me on, I think my first week here, it was so exciting, that you can actually start typing in like one or two words, a phrase, and it will add a picture to your Bitmoji for you. So a lot of them I was like, oh, I really like this, and I really like the way this is typed, but I would like them together. And so here, you can go through, if you do a couple of words, you can't do a whole sentence, but a couple of words, and it'll add the words to your Bitmoji. And again, be careful because it's just choosing at random what to put with your phrase. Let's say I don't like any of these, so I can delete that, and then I can start over. All right, let's see. Like maybe this one I wouldn't put in there. I like this one. You can right click on it and you can save the image. You can even copy it and paste it. And I'll show you another way too. You can also just get your image, grab it, and drag it in here, and it'll bring your image down as well. Okay, but I don't need this one. So let me format this a little bit to fit my button. So there is a button. And again, You can spend so much time on just making it cute that you just got to decide. I have to set myself a timer. I have this much time to work on this, and that is it. All right. So now I want to download this button. So file, download, and you want to save this as a JPEG or a PNG. Either one would work. So week 1. I'm gonna save. And then I would delete it and then go into my week 2. Just use this as your template. Once you make one, keep using it over and over. No reason to reinvent your wheel. All right, so now let's go back to our sandbox course. My cursor is right. Is everybody okay so far? My cursor is right in the center. I want to add my Bitmoji buttons here. I've already created week 2, week 3, week 4, but I wanted to go through the steps to show you how I created one. So I'm going to go ahead and add all of those now. And again, I'm at the top of the page, and I'm going to go to the images. I'm going to upload an image. This is saved from my computer. There's my week 1 button. And once you get it in your page, you can resize it. And I'm going to go ahead and add in all of my other buttons before I show you how to link it. You can watch one more time. I'm on image, upload image, week 2. Resize it to they're about the same size. If you actually click on it, you can see what the exact measurements are. If you want them to be exactly the same. I'm kind of eyeballing it right now. All right, 2 more. Images, upload image. Week 3 button. And one more. Okay, so I have some buttons here for my images. Now I want to link one. I can go through, I'm going to show you one way, and then I'm going to kind of change it because I want to show you how to change it. I'm going to click on my button, and at the very top, across the top of your content-rich editor, you have your toolbar, and look for the chain link. We're going to link our, I want to link it to my modules. So if I click on link, you can do one of 2 things. You can do an external link, or you can do a course link. I want to show you what happens first when you do course link. I wanted to link it to my modules, and so I'm going to click on week 1. All right, so I have that here. I want to save and show you what it looks like. So when I click on it, now it's going to take me back to my modules. But here I'm thinking, oh, I really don't want it to go to my whole module list. I really want it to go to my very first lesson in my module. So what I'm going to do now to get it to go to this very first, because I didn't like the way it linked, I'm going to open this page because I want it to, in a minute, I'm going to show you how to add like your slide deck as your presentation here. I want that to be my first page to open. So I'm actually just going to go to the top and copy the URL and then go back to the page I was on. I want to make some corrections. So if you put a link in your Canvas course and you don't like it, you can definitely go back and change it. Everything can be fixed. This is back to my home page. I'm going to click edit. And from here, I'm going to go back to my week 1. I did not like that one, so I'm actually going to go through and I'm just going to remove the link. I'm going to add a link again, but this time I'm going to click external links. because when I clicked in the course, it only
Sorry, guys. It just kicked her out of the meeting again. Same thing happened this morning. Hold on just a second. We'll get her back in. All right. She should be coming back in just a minute. Well,
Lindsay?
okay. Now can you hear me? I'm not sure. That happened earlier too. It's kicking people out at random. And so I kept going, and Lindsay texted me and said, you were kicked out. So whenever it kicked me out, where was I?
I'm think of what it was you left off on.
Had I started with how to make it your homepage yet?
No.
Okay. So let's say you've created your homepage. You have everything on there that you want. Over on the left, you're going to click on pages. And you'll have all of your list of pages there.
I don't think it's not showing your screen.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I have to redo this.
There we go.
Goodness. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, here we go. All right, so if you click on pages on the left, you'll get your list of all of the pages within your document. And we want the one that says welcome to be our homepage. And so I'm going to go all the way to the end and click on these three dots. And I want to use it as my front page. Now it's blocked out because I have not published it yet. So it has to be published in order for me to use it as a front page. So I'm going to publish it. Oh, you always want to make sure that those green checks are beside whatever it is you're putting on your course. And now I'm going to click use this front page. I love that it has it noted here. That's my front page. But we're not done yet. So now if I click on home, it's still going to be my module list. I need to go to over on the right, you'll see that over here, choose home page. And I'm going to click on where it says pages front cover. And pages front page, not front cover, and click save. Now it has my home page there. So whatever we added to our home page and we created that, made it a front page, is now on here. And this will be the first thing that students would see when they log in. By the way, if you've not seen this, over on the right, student view is your best friend. We use it all of the time just so that we can see what students see when they log in. So in fact, let's just go, I'm gonna click on student view. And so as students would log in, this would be what they see. You know, in our, one of the other modules, you went in and cleaned up your navigation bar, and I moved a lot of things down because there's no reason for my students to see all of that list. So you can see that there. If I had an announcement, it would be across the top. That is student view. You could click on your modules and see what your modules would look like as well. Okay, that was creating a homepage in a nutshell. And again, I know it can be overwhelming with all of the stuff, but make it as simple as you need it to be at this point. And do know that anything that you create in your sandbox course can be moved or copied over to when school starts and we get our classes, you will have a roster class added to your course. And so don't think that just because you're spending all this time doing this, that it's just going to be for nothing. You can move or copy anything over. But at the same time, don't feel like this has to be your course either. This is for you to play with. No one gets into it but you, unless you invite someone in there. Okay. Lindsay, you think of anything that I need to go over with home pages before we jump into the next?
I think you're good on home pages. You covered everything. I just want to, reiterate what you said. Don't let it overwhelm you right now. We showed you from, basic to extreme Bitmoji virtual classroom. So don't feel like you have to have all of those things in your course right now. Start simple. As long as you have, it's just an introduction. It's just how you would introduce yourself if your kids were in front of you. So start with that in mind. And then as you get more comfortable with Canvas, you can go back and add to your homepage later if you want to. Don't let your homepage overwhelm you.
You could change it weekly. You could change it however often you wanted to. I just had a thought and I forgot. As you were talking, I was like, oh yes, I need to say that. The assignment for this one, I think I put on there to add an image or maybe a banner and a link. So some kind of image, put an image on there. You can create a banner. You can make it, again, something easy, and then add a link to it. And you are just then going to do a screenshot of what your homepage looks like and upload that as your assignment. But if we are good, we're going to move on to pages and assignments. I'm going to click on modules. And honestly, what we went over in the home page is what we'll do for the page shell. I showed you how to go to pages and start a new one. With one of the other modules, you were to create a page shell and an assignment shell. So today we're going to fill in those pieces. I'm going to click on page shell. When I click on page shell, it's going to open it up to what you would see as a student logging in. So I need to go up to the top and click edit. So here, the biggest difference between assignments and pages are that your pages give content. You can add videos. You can add, you can put in Google Docs. I think you could even add in like documents from your computer, like Word docs. You can add in YouTube videos. make sure that they are on a whitelisted playlist. You could record yourself speaking. In fact, that may be what we do. I meant to do that for my homepage. What else? You can add in anything. You can use just images and text. But let's say here, I'm going to do, April was Poetry Month, and I'm going to pretend like this is coming up on April, and I want to give my students some information about Poetry Month. So I'm going to just say, April is Poetry Month. So I'm adding in some text. Oh, just because you named it Page Shell in the beginning doesn't mean you have to keep that page title. So I'm going to go in and type in Poetry Month presentation. All right, so I have April is Poetry Month, and that's going to be, and I could type in whatever else I wanted it to say. But let's say I've created a Google slide and I want to add it in here. Let me make my space a little bit bigger. To add it in, I'm going to go over to at the across the top. I'm going to go in and add in, go to the plug, and so that we can plug in the Google Slides. So I clicked on Google Apps, and it's going to take me to my drive. And I have a million folders. Okay. Oh, there's Poetry Month. All right, so this is the slide I want. You have two options. You can embed it or you can link it. If you click link, it is going to just be a link to this presentation, but it's not actually going to put it in there. So I want to embed it. And we have found out that there are 14 different ways to embed things, just so you know. We learned another one today. So there is my presentation. And you have the toolbar at the bottom where you can go through. If I were in the student view, I could go through and go through each of the slides. Say, oh, I really want this to be centered. You know, you can be as picky as you want about all of it. Let's say also, I want to add in a recording. Let's say I wanted to read the poem. My favorite one is Homework or Homework by Jack Perletsky. Let's say I wanted to read that to my students. I could add in a video here. To do that, going across the top, and I'm going to click on Record, Upload Media. So what's awesome about this content-rich editor is if you hover over it, you don't know what it is, hover over it, and it's going to give you a little title of what it is. So if I go to that, I'm going to click on Upload, Record Media. And this is where if you had a video saved, you can embed it here. You could get it straight from your computer, but I want to record. So we're going to record me saying the poem. I would say Homework or Homework by Jack Perletsky, blah, 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 blah. And I'd say the rest of the poem. Click save. You can name it if you wanted to. And there's my video. How easy was that? And this could be, you could do your video on your homepage. Even with our assignments that we have now, you can upload. I've had several people do discussion posts using the video. It is so easy. We have pre-K kids using the video right now to upload their assignments. All right, so your page gives you content. So let's switch over to, you can add as much or as little to your page as you wanted to. I feel like that's enough for our page today. Oh, why did it do that? It has my stuff in there twice. Let me go back and edit that for a second.
That's kind of what it was doing this morning too, when it was trying to put your video in twice.
Yeah.
That is so strange.
I don't know. And now my video is gone, my recording. Okay. We're going to go ahead and stop right there. We have something on our page. I'll have to go back and see what I did. But yeah, the video I put in earlier and tried to do it like several times.
Mm-hmm.
It's the rain.
Yep.
Okay, so I have my presentation. Now I want to go in and add an assignment. So I'm going to go back to my modules, and actually I could have clicked next as well. I have my assignment listed next, and if you weren't aware, you can move these. I think I had page at the bottom earlier, and I wanted my page to be first because I want my presentation first. Then I'm going to have an assignment. So you can move those in whatever order you want. All right, so you can, if you don't have an assignment here already, you can do the plus sign and do new assignment, give it a name. I already have an assignment here, so I'm going to click on assignment and I'm going to edit it right here. Okay, I'm gonna go up to the top. I'm gonna change my assignment name. Poetry Month assignment. If I could spell. So from here, you can do all of those same things that we just did. You can add a video. You can add in text. You can put in images. Oh, let's do a Bitmoji here. Let's say my directions are going to be write an original poem and upload it to Canvas, whatever. And you can leave this up to students. I'll tell you different mediums that they could use to actually put in their poem or whatever it is. So those are my directions, and I could be as detailed as I want it to be. I'm just trying to make it simple for now. My Bitmoji. So I told you we love Bitmoji. So again, all I have to do is click on it. If I use a Bitmoji, I don't have to click on the images button. So from here, I can just say, let's see if there's anything. Ah, here's one. I can just grab it and pull it down. Oh, is it gonna make a liar out of me? Well, I think it is. I think I'm gonna have to save it.
I think you should be able to copy paste it in there. I don't
Maybe.
think
That's what I'm gonna try. Let's try copy and paste. No. This does not like me today.
it doesn't. I'm thinking it's your desktop or something.
Must be. Maybe I need a new one. I'll let Scott know.
Something is not playing nice today.
Okay, so this is actually Bitmoji. Okay, so I'm going to save my Bitmoji so you can see that one more time. I saved it. In some of these, I can just pull it down, but it's not letting me do that here. All right, so I'm going to add an image. And again, you can resize it however you want it to look. Anyway, so you could add a video, you could add YouTube video, you could add anything you wanted, just like you can with a page here. The biggest difference is I'm going to go to the bottom and make it assignment. If you want points for this, you can make it 1 point. You can make it 100 points. Let's make it 5 points. And it's in the assignment group. You can make it as if you're collecting points for the end of for the grade. For our Canvas course, I'm not giving you like points. It's either complete or incomplete. But let's say you want 100 points for this course is going to be what gives you your grade. So we'll leave it as points. Submission type. If you want a physical piece of paper, then you're going to click on paper. I'm going to do online. So here, a student writing their poem, they can write their poem in text form, right in the assignment. You can do a media. They could create it just like we did with Google Docs and add it in there. They can record it. They can even, with the file upload, if they do a picture or something on the actual desktop. So those are my options there. If you had used groups, and we'll talk about groups in another module, but if you have students grouped up and you only want to assign it to a certain group, you can do that. It's going to default, or if you want peer reviews, click that. It's going to default to everyone. If you only wanted certain people to do it, click that there, or different sections. Due date. Let's say I want this due by Friday, but I don't want it to show up in their courses until Wednesday. I could do that if I wanted to, or I can leave them blank. So you don't have to do any of that. And save. You guys have seen what it looks like whenever you are, as students, and trying to submit an assignment. So when you go here, well, we'll just do that. Let's go back home and go to student view. I want to see my week 1 work. Page cell does not exist. Oh, I don't have it. Well, yeah, I do. Oh, Canvas hates me today.
I'm thinking it's because you're in student view, maybe.
Maybe. Well, but I was going to show what it looks like. I'm not sure why this isn't working right now. Well, let me go back. I'm going to leave student view. Normally, you would be able to go right into student view to see I have everything published. Here is my presentation. And I can click next to go to my assignment. I was just wanting you to see how it looks a little bit different. You don't see where it says, if you had a rubric, you could add a rubric here. And we'll kind of go into more of that later. But for the student's assignment, at the top, it says submit assignment. You can see I was able to do that with the class this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's not working right now. But anyway, so pages versus assignments. Assignment or pages, you're giving content. Assignment, students get an assignment that you want something in return to see what they have learned. And they both work basically the same way in as far as adding information or content to those pieces. Just assignments, you have a little extra to do to create the assignment. Your assignment for this module is to create a page and to create an assignment and screenshot those. You can do 2 different screenshots. I've had people do that. Some people have even taken screenshots and added it to a Google Drive and uploaded that. That's extra steps to me. I just assume you do 2 different screenshots and add those in. But make it simple. Don't stress about this. We just want to see you going in and playing with it. You don't even have to do like a real assignment. Some people just did a blah, 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 several just keys on there to show that they know how to put in text. But make it easy. Do y'all have any questions? I hope I didn't go too fast or anything. It's a lot of information. We are recording this session, although I've had a few little blips here and there. This Canvas course will be available all next year through the school year if you need to refer back to any of this. And of course, you can call us, email us, and we'll do a Google Meet with you if we need to, where you share your screen and we can help you out if you get stuck. So that is all I have. If you have any questions, there's a few more minutes left in this session. If you want to work a little bit on your own, you can. If you come and have questions, or if you're good to go, then you feel free you can exit out. But
I have a question.
yes, ma'am.
Where did you go for that Bitmoji? Is that a extension?
Yes. You have to create, like I had to create mine on my phone first. So I downloaded the Bitmoji app on my phone and created it there with my email address. And then to get it on my computer, I went to the web store and let's see. Am I still sharing? Yeah. So I went to, let me just open up. But once you create it on your phone or device, iPad, tablet, whatever, from here you go to the web store and type in Bitmoji. I already have it installed on mine, but yours should say add to Chrome, like this does. You click add to Chrome, and once it's added, it'll be right in your extensions.
Okay.
And see, like if I log out of mine, and sometimes every now and then it'll reset. But once I get it on there, this is what it's going to look like. If you try to log in with Snapchat, it's going to say it's blocked. So
Okay. So you have to do it. You have to do it on the app on your phone first.
you have to do it. I tried for probably 2 or 3 months trying to figure out a way to get it started on my computer because one on my phone is linked to my Snapchat and it never would work. So I had to delete or log out of Snapchat and then create a new Bitmoji with my email address. So I actually have 2 different Bitmojis for some,
Okay.
I couldn't get it to work. But yeah, I could get it to work.
Talisha, last week she showed us how to do the screenshot, and I can do a screenshot. I can put it wherever. I followed her directions, and for whatever reason, it didn't allow me. That's why I submitted it through a Google Docs for last week's. Can you give me some guidance because it wouldn't work?
So let's say I'm going to submit this one. You have to explain and send screenshot, right?
Correct.
All right, so click on that. And I'm going to select my area. Or you can do the whole home. You got this far?
I was able to get the screenshot. I was able to put it in obviously I was able to put it in the Google Docs and stuff.
Right.
It wouldn't allow me to put it in the assignment. And that was just my last ditch effort.
Okay, let me go. I'm going in what module is this? Module 6. I did that screenshot. And I'm going to go in here. Okay, so here's my assignment I created. And from here, you have to make sure it's on file upload. Choose the file. And wherever you saved it, mine defaults to downloads. Are you using your Chromebook?
I was originally. Now I've switched over to my personal computer because it's definitely easier on the personal computer, but it's still, I was not figuring out how to just do a screenshot and attach it without having to save it as a file and all that stuff. So you do have to save it as a file.
You have to save it. I mean,
Lindsay,
you might. No, it's still not letting me.
I have trouble doing that as well.
Lindsay, there's not any way to do it. I think you have to download it.
I didn't know Sorry, I did both of my and I put it on the Google I couldn't get to the steps to just upload it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Say it one more time, Miss Mitchell.
There's not. She's trying to.
I did the ones from last week, the module and the sandbox, and I put it in my Google Drive because I couldn't get through these steps to upload it and do this process here. So it hasn't been graded, but I did it since last week.
I'll look at yours.
Yeah, we'll take a look and see. As long as we can see it, we can go in and mark it as complete. Did you?
I'll go in and look at yours.
Yeah, did you add the link in from your Google Drive to submit as the assignment?
It should be on my Google Drive because I can see it. Every time I go in, I see the module, I see the sandbox, I put my picture and all of that. But I couldn't do this part on the uploading with the this process right here that we're looking at.
The,
Okay. Did this make sense? Do you want me to show that process again?
Go ahead. I've tried it, but I'll try it again this afternoon. But it's all in my Google Drive as well.
Okay. So I'm doing a screenshot. You should already have your explain and send extension. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to do the whole page this time. So I click on visual there's my page. I don't need to, I could go in and do some annotating, but I'm just going to click done and I'm downloading it. So it's downloaded onto my device. Then I go back to my assignment and I've already sent one submission in, but I can do a resubmit. So I'm going to do resubmit, and you need to make sure you're on file upload. Click choose file and go to where you saved your image. Open, and I see it's here, so I know it's there, and I'm going to click submit. On your side, when you actually get it submitted, you're going to see confetti fall. So you know you've actually submitted. And then too, over on the right, you'll see your submission details, and you'll see what you have submitted.
Okay, and we'll have to do the same thing for this week's assignment, correct?
Yes. Pretty much every time it asks for a screenshot, that's what you'll do. If you run into a problem and you can't get it, call us or email us and we'll walk you through it again.
Okay.
Okay. Amy, Irene, did we answer y'all questions?
You what?
Yes, ma'am. I'll try it again this week and see if it works.
If it doesn't, again, holler at us and we'll see what's going on.
I'm gonna work on it before Thursday. If not, I'll be back.
All right.
If not, I'll figure it out like I usually do, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'll find a way.
No,
Thank you.
seriously, feel free to call us and we can do screen share where we look at your computer and see what's going on and why it's doing that. I had some wonky things going on with my Canvas today.
mm-hmm.
Well, if y'all do not have any more questions, then we're going to go ahead and stop presenting at this time.
Thank you.
Thank you.